Don and Ron were twin boys who did everything together, playing, eating, even getting into mischief. So when both of them suddenly fell sick one cold evening, it felt like the whole world stopped for their parents. Coughs rattled through the house, tiny chests rose with effort, and their temperatures climbed higher and higher. Worried and exhausted, Mom and Dad rushed them to A&E, hoping for answers, hoping for relief. In the bright, bustling emergency department, doctors listened, checked, and assessed the boys. Don was still unwell, but stable enough to go home with Mom. Ron, however, needed closer monitoring. His breaths were shorter, faster, his little body working harder than it should. He was admitted to the children's ward, and Dad stayed by his side without a second thought. The moment Mom stepped out of the hospital with Don, he looked over her shoulder, eyes wide and confused. "Where's Ron?" he whispered. "He has to stay with doctors for a bit," Mom explained gently, but Don's heart ached in a way he couldn't quite explain. He wasn't used to being without his twin. At home, Don grew restless. Every toy reminded him of Ron. Every quiet moment felt too quiet. Even though he hadn't fully recovered himself, he asked every day, sometimes every hour, to go see his brother, and so he did. Mom would bundle him up, pack tissues and medicines, and they would go to the children's ward. Ron's face would brighten the second Don walked in. Sick or not, tired or not, the twins would play together at the little hospital table. Don would bring toys from home, placing half of a pair, a car, a dinosaur, a puzzle piece into Ron's hand, keeping the matching half for himself. Dad stayed by Ron's bedside, sleeping in the stiff chair, making space for nurses at odd hours of the night. Mom handled everything at home alone, shopping for groceries, cooking meals, washing dishes, cleaning up toys scattered by a still sick aunt who often got fussy or lonely. She tried to be strong, but there were moments in the kitchen or late at night when she felt the tiredness settle deep in her bones. The house felt emptier without Ron's laughter, and heavier with so much responsibility. Dad, on the other hand, felt torn between wanting to help at home and needing to be there for Ron. He watched the monitors flicker, listened to every cough, stroked Ron's hair when he couldn't sleep. His heart ached knowing Mom was doing everything alone. It was a week filled with worry, sleepless nights, phone calls back and forth, and long bus rides to and from the hospital. But every visit from Don seemed to lift Ron's spirits a little more, and every update from Dad gave Mom the strength to keep things going at home. Finally, after days that felt like months, the doctors announced that Ron was improving. His temperature had settled, his breathing eased, and he no longer needed hospital care. Dad packed their things with trembling relief. Ron hugged his favorite stuffed toy and waved goodbye to the nurses who had become part of his little world. At home, Don stood waiting by the door, bouncing on his feet. When Ron walked in, Don ran forward and wrapped his arms around his twin so tightly that Ron almost lost his balance. Their laughter filled the house again, soft at first, then louder, brighter, like sunshine finally breaking through gray clouds. Mom and Dad exchanged tired but grateful smiles. The storm had passed. The house was whole again.